Let's go right now to Kevin Madden, a familiar guy on our show. Kevin?
How are you, Chris?
Okay, let's talk about the same questions. Romney, everybody seems to think did a good job tonight. I haven't rendered my judgment.
I have.
Well, I can guess. You're on the payroll. Let me ask you this, Kevin. I don't want to disrespect your commitment to the man, but it seemed to me that he was very effective in rolling out pieces of his stump speech, as we call it. Did he think tonight a lot of people were watching who hadn't watched him before, and therefore it was appropriate to use the A material?
Well, I think what was important was that right now, with the economic issue being on the front burner, many voters are looking at that, and they want to see Governor Romney's leadership on that. They want to hear from the Republicans about what they're going to do to address a lot of the economic anxieties that we have in the country right now. It's kitchen table issues that are really important to a lot of the voters here in Florida and across the country. There's rising health care costs, there's rising energy costs, and with the housing crisis, people right now are worried about their bottom line. And Governor Romney is probably the best candidate to address those issues right now.
He seems to be loaded for bear, as we say, to go campaign against both Bill and Hillary Clinton.
I think so. I think that.
Well, tell me about that.
Well,
why does he relish that combat?
Because I think that fundamentally elections are contests of ideas, and they're contests of worldviews, and we have a very distinct and different competing worldview than Hillary Clinton does.
But that's not what he said tonight. What he said tonight, he took a joke and he said, and he definitely gave us perhaps the line of the night, which was, I can't think of anything worse than having Bill Clinton back in the White House with nothing to do.
Wow, that was a moment.
That had nothing to do with policy.
It was a moment. I think it was a moment of levity, but I do believe that the governor is making a point that he wants to run against Hillary Clinton because we have very different views about where we want to take this country. Governor Romney believes in lower taxes. He believes in getting people more affordable and more accessible health care without having to have the government come in and intervene in a way that's going to create big government. And those are very different approaches that we want to take in this
Kevin, you're great. I like to be on the show. I'm so hard on this guy, and his candidate's looking good, so I better be nicer to him. What do you think?
Can I just ask one question?
Sure. You get a piece of Madden here.
If Governor Romney says that Washington is broken,
right,
why is it that when he talks about taxes and the war, he sounds precisely like this president?
Well, look, I think what Governor Romney is doing is running against the Washington status quo. And I think Washington
the president of the United States is Washington.
But Washington, look, I don't think that American people are looking for an assignment of blame to one person. And they're probably not looking for an assignment of blame to one party. What they are looking for is a solution-oriented approach. And I think that's why Governor Romney's message is resonating. Because he's looking at these complex problems. He's looking at them in a way where he designs solutions. And it's against the status quo. Washington hasn't gotten it done.
But it does sound like the president.
Well, I think that's up for people to judge, but I think Governor Romney is running against a system that's broken in Washington that hasn't delivered on the big problems that the American public faces.
Does he claim to be smarter than President Bush?
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with anybody being smarter.
He doesn't claim that, does he?
Look, this is not a contest of IQ. I think it's a contest right now of vision and where you want to take the country, recognizing the problems we're having and applying
solutions. I thought for a minute there he was claiming to be smarter and using the same policies, but he was defter at using them. Well, that's what you're saying.
Well, I think it's more about it's more about the issues. It's not about any contest of smarts. Right.
Not IQ.
Right.
Okay. Thank you very much for clearing that up. Kevin Madden, who speaks very effectively for Governor Mitt Romney, who was in the debate tonight and did quite well by a lot of measures. Let's go back to